I will hear the voice of the Holy Spirit within. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I am the force for good. I defy the odds. I set new standards. I am a leader. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I am chosen by God. I am protected by God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Any tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. I am a champion. I will win. It's my season. It's my season. It's my season. It's my turn. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm humble. I'm wealthy. I'm strong. I am a champion. I will never be broke. Another day in my life. I will never be broke. Another day in my life. I will never be broke. Another day in my life. But I will live the fullness of life and all God has for me. I am a champion. I will win. I am a champion. I will win. It's my season. It's my turn. It's my season. It's my turn. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm humble. I'm wealthy. I'm strong. I am a champion. I will win. I am in a constant state of attracting all the good that I deserve and I desire. I am in a constant state of attracting all the good that I deserve and I desire. It's my season. It's my turn. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. It's my season. It's my season. It's my turn. It's my season. It's my turn. I will never be broke another day in my life, and I will live the course of life and all God has for me. I am a champion. I will win. I am a champion. I will win.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, y'all.
I will hear the voice of the Holy Spirit within. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I am the force for good. I defy the odds. I set new standards. I am a leader. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I am chosen by God. I am protected by God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. Hey, what's going on? It's my season.
I am a champion. I will win. It's my season. It's my season. It's my season.
Hey, Miss Lady.
I'm healthy. I'm happy.
Oh, this is so dark.
I'm strong. I am a champion. I will never be broke.
Oh, another day in my life.
I will never be broke. Another day in my life.
I will never be broke. Another day in my life. And all God has for me.
I am a champion. I will
Where
win.
is the one that I have with the
I am a champion. I will
the
win.
bookmark? Oh, here's the bookmark.
It's my season.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh shoot! Wait, I forgot my phone. I gotta do the.
I'm wealthy. I'm strong. I am a champion. I will win. I am in a constant state of attracting all the good that I deserve and I desire.
I'm in a constant state of attracting all the good that I deserve and I desire.
It's my season. It's my turn. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against their judgment shall be condemned. It's my season. It's my season. It's my turn. It's my season. It's my turn. I will never be broke another day in my life, and I will live the fullness of life.
And all God has for me. All right.
I am a champion. I will win.
9 laws of success. 9 laws of success.
I am a champion.
I will win. I am a champion. I will win. It's my season. It's my turn. Uh-oh, let me take this off before I start playing and I already know I'm gonna get a copyright ding from this whole week. I meant to tell them, the music you play, be careful. I totally forgot. So as soon as Marvin came on this morning with that boy, I said, oh, it's over. Copyright, copyright, all them songs. And then I already know Pop's gonna put on Fred Hammond. So I already know. Copyright. Hey, what's going on? All right, let's get into it. We are on chapter 12, y'all. We rolling on through. Rolling on through. Don't y'all feel good getting through this book together? Hey, Instagram, what's going on? All right, YouTube, let's get it. Number 3. We're on the third law. We're on chapter 12. We're on the third law, the golden rule. The golden rule. All right, we are reading the 9 laws of success. Share, tag. We are on chapter 12. That fast, y'all. We almost finished this book. I do believe we will be finished before I leave town. I do believe. Wait, why does light keep doing that? It's so ugly. Maybe because this is not on. Hold up, y'all. I need this light. I don't know. I don't like it. Is that better? Ew. Now I'm in the light. The light is in here. I don't know. I guess it's all right. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Mimi. Let's get it. We've all heard of the golden rule. This isn't something that I made up. Actually, this was here before any of us. This principle is biblical. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. The Bible. This is a concept that I first learned from my mother. She used to always say, Stormy, treat people how you want to be treated. But in the world today, the golden rule isn't always adhered to. It has been my experience that people focus on what they want rather than how they treat others. People tend to pull from others a lot. Using my life as an example, people tend to think they deserve my time. They think they deserve to borrow my money, almost as if they were entitled to both. Access going down, price going up. Yesterday's price is not today's price. It happens so often that it feels like an epidemic sometimes. What I find fascinating, though, is that it's not reciprocal. A person will ask me for my time, but when I need something, that same person is not there for me. A person will borrow money, and it's fascinating to me that you feel fine asking me to borrow money, but will not pay me back. Why not be there for me the same way I was there for you during some of your deepest and darkest times? Why not be there when I need you, and why not pay me back the money? I believe in the golden rule. I believe in practicing it. Loretta Young. People really need to think about this. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Give to people the way you want to be given to. This is a concept. That's why I do what I do. That's why I sow a lot of my time. Because I want the same thing back. So I sow the seeds for it. But I will always give more than I receive. That's just life. This is a concept that goes well beyond my mother. I'm a big advocate of reading. Of course, I love reading books about success, but I enjoy reading about the lives of people who have experienced success. I read a book called The Science of Getting Rich and really enjoyed the author's perspective. Then, not too long after I finished that book, I was introduced to a gentleman who earned over $5 million a year in his business. By the way, The Science of Getting Rich, for those who don't know, is by Wallace D. Wattles. His name is funny. Wallace D. Wattles. That's how you say his name. She didn't put the author in here, but I want to do y'all to know in case you want it, because you can go to YouTube and play it. It's a very important book. It's in my book playlist. And it's one of the books that I will be reading before August is over. I will be listening to this book before this week is over. Now, I was excited because that meant I was on the right track. One of the first chapters in the book talked about giving, But the author talked about giving from a perspective I'd never heard before. The author said it was good to give, but if you continuously give to poverty, you will attract poverty. If you continuously give to lack, you will attract lack. Those of y'all that be on my calls in the morning, y'all know back months and months and months, I talked about sewing up. And I've seen a lot of people that got breakthrough from that, sewing up. I've gotten breakthrough from sewing up. A lot of people don't understand it. So they're like, well, you give to the poor, that's giving alms. I give alms to the poor all the time. I told you I get a stack of fives and I just go around, and every time I see somebody, I give them a five, I give them a five, I give them a five. And I do it all week. And I go every Tuesday and I get another stack of fives, and I do it all week. If God tells me to sow something else out in the streets, that's fine. But that's that alms. My other ones, I'm sewing up to millionaires. Here's one of them that I sold to. Do you think she needed? She make $1 million a month. Do you think she need my $50 lunch money or my $100 lunch money? That's what I call it, lunch money. But it's still a seed, and I'm sowing up, 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 up. So sow up, don't sow down, because you're sowing into lack and poverty. Sidebar. The author said it was good to give, but if you continuously give to poverty, you will attract poverty. If you continuously give to lack, you will attract lack. At first, that was a difficult concept for me to really understand. With the blessings that I've received from God, shouldn't I want to help the poor? Shouldn't I be giving my money to help those who are less fortunate? The author's point was, of course you should. But he said you have to sow as much seed as you can on fertile ground as well. And then I thought about it. Yes, I could give to the poor, but how long would my donation last? It would be temporary, right? Because no amount of money lasts forever. However, I could give the poor something that would have a lasting effect. Have you heard that expression? Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. That's so true. So if I really wanted to give, if I really wanted to make a difference, that's what I do. I had to teach the poor. I could teach new skills. I could teach people how to do things that will better their positions. By doing that, I would be teaching people how to fish rather than giving them a dozen fish that will only last a week. That has become my golden rule. Not only do I give back, but I work hard to give back in a way that will last. I ask myself, how can I give? How can I teach to really help a person change their life? Think about how many times you rolled past someone who was homeless or on the streets asking for money. Yes, that $10 or $20 you give them will help that person for now, but give them something else too. A kind word, a scripture, maybe a conversation. You have no idea how you may change a person's energy for that day and their life for good. So yes, you can give money, but time is even more valuable. Time can be life-changing. Yes. Giving to all. The concept of being careful about sowing into poverty and lack makes the opposite true as well. If you have to be careful about attracting poverty, then shouldn't you do whatever you can to attract the opposite? If you sow into prosperity and success, that is what you will attract. And this is the truth. Beginning today, oh, this is my favorite guy. I love him. I love him. Beginning today, treat everyone you meet as if they were going to be dead by midnight. Extend to them all the care, kindness, and understanding you can muster, and do it with no thought of any reward. Your life will never be the same again. Og Mandino, yes. How do you sow into success? His story is retarded. If you've never heard it, it's bananas. It's crazy. Og Mandino, I love him. You give to, oh, this is crazy. I can't even, hold up, y'all. I got to catch this call. And let me hold up. That's crazy, y'all. The power of manifestation is real. When I tell you I've been calling her in my mind, and I'm reading Coach Stormy's book. So that phone call I just got, that's why I had to take it. I'm like, did she know I'm reading? That was crazy right there. I manifested her. She just called my phone. All right, listen. Here's an example. So, that's so crazy. That's crazy. Here's an example. Suppose there's a success workshop being conducted by a motivational speaker that you admire, and it costs $5,000 to attend. Now, first, you may consider it. You may have been watching the man who is the facilitator, and you've seen his lifestyle, his home, his car, the way the man dresses. You may say that you like the way he carries himself, the way he speaks, and the way he works to encourage others. Overall, the man looks like success. He's living on the level you desire to reach, and so the workshop may appeal to you. But then negative thoughts begin to seep in, and the other side of your brain may say, are you kidding? Why would you want to give that man that money when he's already rich? You're the one who needs the $5,000, not him. If that thought snakes its way, I'm talking about makes its way, snakes its way. I don't know if that was intentional, if it was a typo, but if it wasn't a typo, that's a perfect. If that thought snakes its way into your mind like a snake, you have to block it, kick it to the curb, and shift your thinking. Change how you're looking at that situation. Don't look at it as if everybody's calling me right now and I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Isn't that something? Ah, glory to his name. I didn't do it today. I'm sorry, you too. Let's get back to it. All right, think about it this way. If you want to have what this man has, then you're not giving money to him. You're investing in you. I talked about how I went to a Tony Robbins event for free and how that changed my life. I was motivated and I learned how to keep that motivation going. So, when I had the opportunity to attend a Tony Robbins event again, I jumped at the opportunity to invest in myself, even though it was $10,000. I was excited to not only pay that, but I was excited and grateful that I was able to pay it. Now, you all know that Stormy was one of his platinum members. That was way after this book. That was what? 3 years ago. $100,000 is what she gave him. $100,000 is what she gave him. Okay, that's what she gave him. All right. And why? Because I want that Tony Robbins. I want what Tony Robbins has. I love who he is. I love the impact that he has on people. I love how he moves people. I love that when he comes in contact with anyone, that person walks away from him in a better place. I want all of that. So I invested the $10,000 in Mr. Robbins. I gave to him. And by doing that, I invested in myself. I was there to receive. Just about everything in life is an exchange. And I was ready to receive that. And that exchange with Mr. Robbins was a fair exchange to me. Whether you're giving money for a product or a service, you're exchanging something. You have to be willing to give in order to receive. Life is a gift, and it offers us the privilege of opportunity and responsibility to give something back by becoming more. Tony Robbins. So give money, give time, and embrace the experience. Whether you're giving or receiving, embrace it all. Utilize all that you learn in exchange for your money. And then watch what happens. When you give, it will come back to you. It has to happen. That's the other side of the golden rule. And remember, this didn't come from me, but it is truly golden. Nonetheless, it's from the Bible. It's from the Bible. This is my favorite. And I usually slide in 3, but I'm only going to be able to slide in this last one. This is a heavy one. This chapter has a lot. Okay, let's get into it. This is a powerful chapter. My favorite. Chapter 13. Number 4, the 4th law, imagination, visualization. This law of imagination and visualization is one of my favorites. Oh, I didn't even know she said that. I've read this book 100 times. I know it's my favorite. Y'all know I'm the vision board queen. Hey, you know it's thank you, heaven sent. You know it's my vision board thing. Y'all know I got so many things on my vision boards from the first time I ever did one that comes to pass. It's amazing. So many of the things on my vision board. I remember every year wanting to go to the Essence Festival for like years. Y'all know it was 25. Remember, I've only been to what, 8, and it was 25 of them since the last one. I was at the 25th anniversary too. So, but for years before that, man, I was just looking like, oh, I want to go. For one, I knew I had. That's why you gotta fix your circle, change your circle, make sure your circle tight, because you don't have nobody to do stuff with. I do so much stuff by myself because nobody can get off work. Nobody has the money to do it. That's annoying. That's annoying. Was a child and he came to my church. I learned my gramps was one of his mentors. Oh, nice. Nice. That's so dope. Yo, I'm telling you, I kept saying I'm going. So then I cut it out of Essence Magazine and put it on my vision board, and I started putting it in my section for travel. Y'all know I do a feng shui vision board. And I started putting it in the section. And what do you know? Next thing you know, that same year that I put it on the board is the same year that I finally went to Essence. And I did not take that for granted. So I put it on my vision board every year. And I was going every year since then till COVID. Okay. My dreams and goals are coming to reality. How they get there is none of my business. It's God's business. Stormy Wellington. Y'all know that quote. Y'all know that quote. That is worth repeating. You must see it to achieve it, because visualization is the most powerful thing you can do. So how do you see it? There are many steps, but it all begins in your mind through your imagination. Let's look at the word imagination, and let's break it up into 2 words: image and nation. Think about that image, nation. Imagine your nation. Imagine your world. Another word for imagine in this case is create. You can create your world. You can create it and see it, of course. I'm not talking about seeing it with your physical eyes. This is about the spiritual, the eyes that are in your mind. You know how they say, in my mind's eye. Creating a feng shui vision board. I'm about to do it. Actually, it's so crazy that you asked, because I'm going to do it. Actually have it coming up. It's coming up in September. It's actually a part of the program. What was in, okay, wait, where was I? All right, wait. Because she just said something that I wanted to repeat. I wanted to repeat it and I saw it. Okay, here you go, right here. The eyes that are in your mind, if you open your spiritual eyes, those eyes can see everything. In your mind's eye, that's what I just said. That's so crazy. You don't need any kind of corrective vision. There's no need for contact lenses, glasses, LASIK surgery, nothing, because everything is clear. In your mind is where thoughts are born, and thoughts lead to feelings, and feelings lead to actions, and actions lead you to results. Actions lead you to results. Hey, Instagram, I'm reading the 9 Laws of Success. Tap in. You have to work towards greatness, and your greatness begins in the imagination. Think about the type of imagination that Walt Disney had to have, or the type of imagination that was behind the creation of Facebook with Mark Zuckerberg. Think about what was in the mind of the others like Steve Jobs before they made their creations. Their creations couldn't begin without their imaginations. Every great invention began in the mind. In the mind. Whatever was in these and others great. That's why I'm telling you, meditation is important. And y'all know how church folk is about meditation. I can't wait to just share my story. Oh, I have to share my story, because it's got to be a balance. That's why they still, let me shut up. I was almost about to say something. I'm taking a trip this weekend. And I don't want to see no limit. I'm going to leave it at that. This is why we need balance, y'all, as church folk. I'm telling you, sitting in the same church for 25 years and you the same. You need something else. The word in the Bible and praying ain't working by itself. And guess who being real with it? Me. Because it don't work by itself for me. And I'm a pastor. And I don't care who don't like it. It's what I need to know. This is the deal. I'm not apologizing for nobody, for myself this year at all. Like, those apologies is over. I think they was over in July. I think July was the last time I was like, this. I'm really unapologetic. I'm not. There has to be a mixture, y'all. With too many people in church hurting and sick because their mind not right. I have the mind of Christ. How much do you believe that? How do you be still to access that mind? How do you get the connection of God and I are one? God and I are one. God and I are one. And people don't want to, they just, that's heresy. Or you keep going out there and being like you want to be, but God and I are one. I don't know about you, but God and Tia is one. It's so important. It's a part of the word, and they don't believe it. So I got my notes, y'all. If y'all think it's a game, let me just let you know that the class is coming. Not the class, but the video is coming. The notes is here. I got y'all covered. Look at the top, what it says. Meditation. I got y'all covered. Here's the notes. We doing it. Oh, I'm doing it. When this fall hit, when September hit, y'all gonna be like, oh, she is, yeah. Tia that used to hit the streets and knock on doors, that Tia. She's back. That Tia. The meditation, I gotta teach it because I'm telling you, church folks, stop. It's a lot of people still going through depression. That's what helped me with my depression, not just the garment of praise. My meditating is what helped me with depression, not just the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, which is depression. It wasn't just the praise music. It wasn't just the clapping. It was the meditation as well. Yup, July. July was it, man. I'm telling you. July was it. Y'all know the number. 470-242-4542. Yesterday's price is not today's price. The prophet spoke. Lord, the prophet done spoke. Whatever was in these and others' minds, you have the power to create the same in yours. Inside your mind is the place where anything and everything is possible. Inside your mind, your ideas can be wired. They can be absurd. They can be outrageous and outlandish. In fact, the crazier your ideas, the better. You have plenty of time later to work it all out and make the crooked road straight. But while your imagination is where your creations begin, you can't keep them in your mind. In order to create, you have to begin to capture what's in your imagination and bring it from your mind and imagination into reality. How do you know that? Begin by writing down what you see in your mind. Write down everything. If you can dream it, you can do it. Walt Disney. That's something I truly believe in. I'm the queen of journals. I have tons of them. Something weird in common. I have tons of them, and I use them to write down the weirdest things. I'm telling you, if anyone were to see the notes I've jotted or the pictures I've scribbled, you will be sure that I was a little out of my mind. But if you begin to jot down things that seem weird, that's when you know you're on track. When something seems crazy, you may have a winner. Think of the people who called Walt Disney and Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs crazy when they came up with the ideas that turned into products that today we cannot live without. Disney Channel. Look at the Disney Network, even the streaming platform. Disney. Think about this in the year 2009. Facebook. This is what we were saying. A phone that has a camera. Wow. Y'all remember it? Y'all remember it? That's why I ain't got so many pictures from my past, y'all. We ain't even, first of all, I was a thug. We ain't even take pictures like that. We ain't want to be indicted. We ain't want to be in the picture with the wrong people. Listen, why? Why would I want a phone with a camera on it? What are they going to do with that if people don't walk around with cameras? That's just crazy. Fast forward to what people are saying today. Let's take a selfie. Oh, wait, I don't have enough room on my phone because I have 50,000 other selfies. So call me crazy. That is a compliment to me, because another way to define crazy is thinking big, dreaming big, and letting your imagination fly. Ah. Oh, thank you, Heaven Sent. Thank you, thank you. But you don't want that. Look, you don't want what manifests in your imagination to just stay there. The first step to achieving what you want is pulling it from your mind. I take what's in my imagination and transfer those thoughts into my journals, and I see it in my mind first, and then I write it down. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. Some of you may do vision boards, and that's fine too. I used to do vision boards until I realized that everyone was doing that. And so I knew it was time for me to do something a little different. But this is what I will say about my vision boards of the past. I can literally look at the vision boards I did 10 years ago and see the manifestation of those things that began in my imagination. I see the cars and the other toys that I've enhanced in my life. I see the 5,000 square foot home where I'm now living. I remember when the dream of owning my home began in my imagination. I was renting a house, and there were times when I couldn't pay my rent. Of course, I didn't like that feeling. Who would? Once I missed the payment, there was a good chance I could be thrown out and left with no place to live. It was then, when I was at my lowest point, that I began imagining owning my own. And I'm not talking about owning it. I'm talking about owning it. I'm not talking about the bank owning it. I'm talking about me truly owning it with the house completely paid off. I never wanted to have evidence behind in the wrong hands. Okay. Okay, BB. Right. Instead, paid off completely. That was my dream. Now, here's the thing. I just said the goal of owning my own home began when I couldn't pay my rent. So how was I going to get from the point where I had no money to owning a 5,000 square foot home? I had no idea. But the specifics of how I was going to get there were not important at that moment. What was most important was the idea being created in my mind. It had to start there in order for me to achieve it. The specifics of how I was going to get there was God's business, not mine. God's business. My dreams and goals are coming to reality. How they get there is none of my business. It's God's business. Y'all, this is the affirmation the Thugs Nation say every day. We say every day. Everything paid in full. That's what I'm talking about. Amen. I want you to repeat this mantra. Oh, Lord, she's saying it right here. I swear I'll be doing something before the book. Y'all can tell I done read this book a lot. What's in you going to come out. Here's the quote. I done turned the page and there it goes sitting there in bold. My dreams and goals are coming to reality. They're coming into reality. How they will get done is not my business. It's God's business. We say it every day, y'all. And I'm living the fullness of life and all God has for me. Oh, there go her other affirmation at the bottom. Yes, affirmations. We say them every day. Do you know why it's important to say this? It's because in the beginning, when you're just letting your mind wander, when you're just imagining and dreaming, what you want to achieve will be bigger than where you are at the moment. What you want to achieve will seem quirky and crazy and weird. And if you think about it for too long, you'll begin to falter. You will begin to not believe. And my added one, you will be in fear to even try to do it. I do this, y'all, when I'm adding my own stuff. That means it's not from the book. Okay. But that's powerful. I'm trying to tell you, you got to believe it. You will falter. So you have to leave it up to God. You have to allow God's blessings to help you to manifest those things. So speak it. Speak it wherever you are, in your car, at your office, in the shower. Some of my best speaking to myself comes in the shower. Y'all know how I feel about water. Y'all know how I am about water and the manifestation and meditating in water and water flowing down and praying. My favorite place to pray is in water. I know it sounds crazy. That's why I would go to the gym in the morning before other people would get there and be talking and going on. So I'll be there like early in the morning. That's why I can't wait for my hours to go back to 5 a.m. for our call. We're just doing summer hours right now till 6. At 6, but at 5 a.m. is when we'll be doing our calls again. 5 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. Eastern. And by 6:30, I'm in somebody's water praying. So I really miss our time. So we'll be back September 13th, our regular scheduled program. September 13th, our regular scheduled program. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. We almost finished for today. Thank you for letting me go over a little bit, but this chapter, I hate to finish. I let you guys know that I will not stop in the middle of a chapter. Oh, this chapter is longer than I thought. I don't want to keep y'all too long. Oh, this is the long chapter. Oh, we might pick up tomorrow. Then it's longer than I thought. Then y'all on lunch. It's lunch and 9. Okay, cool. So I'll stop. I'll tell you where I'll stop. I'll stop at the end of this. Okay. So make sure you're leaving it up to God. Speak it. Speak it wherever you are. Speak it in your car, at your office, in the shower. Of course, the best places, the acoustics are wonderful and everything sounds better because in there is just like singing. So that's why she says she likes to shower, because of the acoustics. So speak it. Tell yourself that everything you touch turns to gold. Tell yourself that you are living the fullness of life and all God has for you. This is one of my best affirmations. I am living the fullness of life and all God has for me. Speak it, believe it, speak it some more, act upon it, achieve it. Okay? So we'll pick up tomorrow at Faith Comes by Hearing too. We will pick up tomorrow. We are still in this chapter. This is long, and I know y'all on lunch, and I don't want to keep y'all. This chapter was longer than I thought, so we will pick up tomorrow and finish the rest of chapter 4. Of the 4th law, and then we will be going into the 5th law, the law of attraction. This is so good, y'all. So good. I read this book every year since told you I got like 3 copies running around here. There's a 3rd copy somewhere. I haven't unpacked all my stuff yet. But I keep this book around me. This book has changed me. I don't care what nobody say. This is the book. This is my moonstruck when it comes to business. I told y'all when it comes to faith, Dr. Bill Winston in Chicago is my moonstruck. If my faith feels funky, if it feels like it's not where it's supposed to be, snap out of it. I get Dr. Winston. I pull up Dr. Winston. I just pulled up one from him this morning from 2013. And I probably know it word for word, man. I'm telling you, I'll be in Dr. Winston's stuff. I love Bill Winston. So this is my business moonstruck. When business, the first thing I'm picking up is the 9 laws of success. Snap out of it. Ha! Come on, my prayer closet is my shower. Has been for years. I'm telling you, ain't nothing like that shower and praying. I love to shower and pray. I also love my bath. I love taking baths and sitting in there praying and meditating. I be coming out looking like a California raisin because I be wrinkled because I be in there so long, worshiping and praising and meditating and all that good stuff. It's all a combination, okay? So I will see you all tomorrow, 12 noon. Wait, Thursday. But we'll see how far we are. We might be finished by then. But Thursday, I got to check my flight. I think I'm going to be off the flight. I should be off the flight in time to read, but I might be reading like this. But yeah, I just love y'all. I see y'all in the morning. For those that join us, the Thugs Nation, those that join the facts call, it's the frequency activation confession success call. And we have a surprise tomorrow morning from Baltimore, Maryland, Dr. Laverne A. Murray. For those of y'all who might not know her, if you watch the movie, if you watched R&B Divas LA, Hollywood, was it Hollywood? Was it R&B Divas? I don't know. Was it Hollywood? One of them she was on. It might not have been R&B. Yeah, it might have been R&B Divas Hollywood. She was on there. Also, The Lottery, the Christmas movie on BT, The Lottery. But Brave Williams, her sister, her big sister, is my big sister and my mentor and my covering. And she will be on tomorrow. It's hot. I turned my air off down, and now I'm hot. Now it's Texas. Now it's probably 200 degrees outside, and I ain't realize it, okay? Y'all meet me tomorrow, same channel, same time. 9 Laws of Success. We will be here reading at 12 noon Central. All right? I love y'all. See y'all in the morning. Please tap in the facts call in the morning on my YouTube page. The link is in the bio on Instagram, but tap in because we have an awesome lady, and she just, I'm telling you, she's the ball. I love her. Those of y'all that was at the Yellow Dress event, you know Dr. Laverne. You met her there in Baltimore, but she will be on tomorrow morning as our guest as we continue Power Week. This is Power Week. This is Power Week, y'all. We're getting our power back. We're getting re-energized, reactivated, refocused, and realigned. It's about the alignment. It's the alignment for me. I love y'all. See y'all in the morning. I'll see y'all in the noon. I'll be in the background in the morning. All right. See you.